Alrighty, so another trailer towed video. A few upgrades I did. I did the rocker ball, well, I should say the Curt rocker ball, and so far the test on it has been amazing. I'd say it's reduced jerking and jolting by probably, I'm gonna say 60–70%. It's a much more comfortable ride. I'd recommend this on any weight distribution hitch. Putting it on was not exactly the easiest task, trying to level it up and stuff, but once it's all attached, it's actually pretty easy. And here's you can see that it's fixed to the vehicle. This is jacked up a little bit. When the weight goes on it, it levels everything out pretty decently. And then it even leaves space for a bike rack. So I'm able to tow with the bike rack, and here's the beauty thing. I have it angled outward and I'm still able to back up the van while it's attached to the hitch. So not only does the Toad take the tongue weight off of the van so everything's level, it also allows for extra space for the bikes. So I've got two full-size bikes. My bike right here is a Schwinn. It's a 29-inch, and then my wife's is a 26-inch, I believe, and it does wonderfully. Paired with the Blue Ox Way Pro. And right now we're at the campsite right now. Everything's set up, pulls like a dream. Our entire setup. But yeah, so we got two full tanks of propane, of course 2 6-volt batteries, the big old bikes, and our little 2020 Kia Sedona. It tows it beautifully. We've done some test runs up and down hills, and with the addition of the Curt rocker ball, I would say the towing is a lot more comfortable. Very little to no jerking. It still does a light jerk, which any trailer will, but overall, I'd say this is an overall success. I did opt to get rid of the extension piece. There was an extension piece that was supposed to bring it, I don't even know, maybe out to here, I think six inches maybe. Well, it caused a huge excess amount of sway. It just wasn't worth it, so I milled it back. With this setup, there's no sway or any kind of nonsense like that, which is good. But so I mean, if you're gonna buy the Toad, I would say buy it not necessarily for the tongue weight factor, but buy it for the space factor. It allows you to I can open my trunk with the bikes attached. There's no, I don't care, any camper, you're not going to be able to do that without an extension piece. And yeah. But yeah, oh, in our camper, it's a 2021 Flagstaff E-Pro. Was it E19BH? And we even got a secondary bike rack back here. This is where our kids' bikes are. So we have a total of 4 bikes, which I don't even know where their bikes went. I think they're on them right now. All of our setups and stuff. But everything's set up beautifully. You'll hear to tow police say that you can't tow with the minivan, but with all the upgrades to the minivan, which include straight Royal Purple Synthetic FR3 friction modifier, so 1.5 ounce for every quart of oil, a K&N drop-in filter for better airflow, carbon metallic brake pads the whole way around for extra stopping power. And what else did I do? Oh, and we use 93 octane gasoline top tier, along with Lucas upper cylinder lubricant to kind of help keep the engine healthy. Kia recommends our oil be changed every 3,750 miles while towing. We just changed it for the first time around 3,700 miles. And the oil didn't even look like it was worn. And we've towed this camper, I think, well over 1,200 miles since the oil change. So about a third of that's been towing on the highways, traveling, everything else. So the drivetrain can handle the towing. The transmission temperature stays below 205, averages around 195, 198 range while towing on the highway. In the stop and go city traffic, I have seen it peak to 205, but that was only one time, and that was in, gosh, what was that? That was in, I forgot what state that was in, but it did peak to that, but that was the only time it ever did. Once we hit the freeway, it was fine. The transmission never got up to an unsafe temperature. With this entire setup, it stops on a dime. I've tested it at 60 to 0, 45 to 0, 30 to 0, 15 to 0, and it stopped perfectly every time. So with the weight off the tow vehicle, it's allowed for better stopping, better handling, because the front end's not being forced around because of the weight of the trailer, because there's no tongue weight on it. So, yeah, I would say if you don't buy the Toad, you're crazy. Buy the Toad simply for the extra space factor. And shoot, in the same time, you'll save your vehicle's rear end. And it doesn't matter if you have a truck, van, it doesn't matter. The Toad is gonna help you reduce the wear and tear, the jolting, the jerking, everything bearing down on your vehicle's rear end. That's the key. You want it off of your vehicle and onto this vehicle. And this thing is not going anywhere. This thing can handle up to 12,000 pounds of weight and up to 1,200 pounds of tongue weight. In testing, they put, I believe, up to 2,500 pounds on it. The only issue they had was it couldn't back up very well. It was too awkward to back up with that much weight. So they dropped the weight factor down to 12,000 pounds. For ease of reversing and everything else. But yeah, so I highly, highly recommend, if you travel cross country, you want some comfort and everything else, buy the frickin' Trailer Toad. It is literally the best investment that we've ever gotten. You won't be disappointed. If you have any questions, go down below and comment, and I'll try to answer them the best of my ability. But like I said, we're here at Mercer Grove City, Pennsylvania, KOA. Just, I think, an hour south of Erie, about 45 minutes north of Pittsburgh. And it's a beautiful, beautiful site. We're way in the back, away from everybody. It's nice and quiet, secluded, no major city traffic or anything. Like I said, we're just way in the back. You can see the majority of the campers are way, way over there. That's where the bulk of them are. And then we only have 1, 2, that spot's empty, us, 3, and 4 over there, and 5 over there. But yeah, if you have any questions, comment below. And we'll keep updating this as the further we go. And everything's been great so far. No safety issues, no anything. It's been great. Like and subscribe.